Tell us who you are and what you teach.
Hi, I'm Robert Waters. I teach history at Ohio Northern University. My specific fields of interest are largely African diaspora. I teach African American history, Caribbean, and Africa. My
So you also work with pre-law students, correct?
That is correct. I do. I'm the pre-law advisor at ONU. I try to help students take courses that will prepare them for law school. I also, when it comes to law school admission time, try to guide them to schools that fit with their grades and test scores. And one of the things that I'm very big on is helping with the statements of application. I don't know the term.
For the LSAT?
No, for their
law school application.
Their law school letters.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, what do you know about this whole law school racket?
Well, the law school racket.
What's your personal experience in this field? That's what I'm trying to get at.
My personal experience in the law school field is.
Were you a lawyer?
I really hate this.
Were you, perchance, a practicing attorney?
I was a civil rights lawyer, defending. Yes, I was a civil rights lawyer and worked in the field. I'm a member of the bar in the state of South Dakota, and graduated law school.
Where'd your law school?
Let's not talk about
that.
that.
Okay, fine. Let's see. So, what are your research interests?
My research interests are the Cold War in particular. That's my big interest. United States relations, particularly with Africa and the Caribbean. I look at proxy wars and things like that.
And this Chetty Jagan, who is he?
Who? What? Oh, he was the premier in Guyana, then called British Guiana, and I'm writing a book about that. The United States government, he was a communist. Some people say, allegedly. I go over the edge, and I say, yeah, he was a communist. And the United States government wanted to get rid of him and worked with the British to remove him. Conversely, the Soviet Union and the Cubans tried to keep him in power, but ultimately he was removed. Years later, he came back and no longer a communist, was elected president.
Okay. And you also do labor history.
I do labor foreign policy, which is a little bit different. Putting together a book with a colleague from Belgium on AFL-CIO's foreign policy during the Cold War. An area that's pretty new, pretty interesting.
All right, and speaking of your teaching in Africa, you've done some research there. You have a publication there?
I haven't published in Africa, no.
Encyclopedia of Africa?
Oh, I've written a book about it, yeah.
Yes.
About it's a historical dictionary of U.S.-Africa relations, which looks at Africa and the United States, going back to slavery times up to the present, up through President Obama, and focuses most particularly on the Cold War and on recent events, looking at issues in development, dictatorship, foreign policy, efforts to bring democracy.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good day.